Welcome to the Annabelle movie review presented by Proto Leech.
I'm Garrett.
I'm Austin.
So we just got up and saw this movie.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I kind of wasn't like I kind of wanted to see it. I was on the fence about it. Really, I liked how I just knew I like James Wan. With the Conjuring, I know how I was part of it, but I felt like if he's
I was really excited to see what they could do with Annabelle. Like, I want to see if they could bring that level of what The Conjuring was.
Right.
That fact what they had, that level of new evolution.
Right of this
Ghost
horror genre, demon.
But I think that's where we're going. This is where, like you were saying earlier, with the different, we had slashers, or what was before that?
It's like monster movies, creature features.
With, Nosferatu, and then started with the Universal monsters, and then we went to, I guess after that was slashers.
Well, in the 70s, yeah, like Possession, Damien, kind of.
Oh yeah,
Exorcism.
And then we went to slashers.
Yeah.
And then we came back to Exorcism.
Yeah, and this is not exactly possession. It's more, what do they call it? Like using a conduit kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's been happening.
So yeah, this was definitely not The Conjuring.
No, I mean,
not at all.
Definitely missing James Wan there most of the time. It was like, it almost felt like Insidious light.
Yes, it had very Insidious. They tried, but they didn't get to that level.
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, my mind or my feeling. The Conjuring felt heavy. It had all this weight to it, and this just kind of feels wispy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Definitely, the Conjuring. I'm gonna compare it to a roller coaster. A roller coaster is you feel that feel it in your stomach going up and going down. But this was just a line. You were just on a track and not going anywhere.
Maybe there's a slight sharp
dips,
turn.
You didn't feel any turns. I mean, they were jump scares.
Yeah.
And those were the best part of the movie.
Right.
My favorite part of the movie was the last 10 to 20 minutes. That was the meatiest, most scariest part. Unless you're the people that we saw with that were just freaking out, oh shit, don't go in there. What are you doing? If you're gonna do that, then this is good for you. But if you're really invested in The Conjuring, and you really like that one, you're looking forward to being scared, then you're gonna be disappointed in this.
Once you've seen 2 or 3 horror movies, maybe even just one, it's hard for you not to expect jump scares, or I don't know, I don't know, for me, and if you don't see a lot, I mean, you can tell, but most of this audience, they knew it was coming. Every time you hear that,
yeah,
or just silence, or there's really loud and then it stops.
This movie had there weren't enough jump scares for me.
I feel like there was a whole bunch.
There were not enough. There was the beginning. There was that one with the neighbors, and then there was I don't remember another there was another one for a while until when she was coming up the stairs.
No, there was one. There was you got the one with the maybe not everyone was followed through with the actual jump scare, but there was definitely you got the one with the. Right, yeah, the popcorn was kind of a jump scare.
I guess.
There was the sewing machine. I couldn't think of the word.
Oh yeah, the sewing machine. Let's talk about that for a little bit. That was almost on the level of good, creepy, because they could have done they didn't follow up. They had that setup, but they didn't go through with it.
I mean, they did she got. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was by that time you were tired with that point.
Right.
They teased it too much, and you were just okay, well, that was gonna happen obviously, because they did it twice. They teased that twice before that happened.
Did you see it? I think the first time when he turned it off after you walked away, stayed on it a little bit, you saw the thing.
Yeah.
I was that's kind of cool.
I feel like that wasn't meant to be. That was just
maybe just residual movement from it being on, but I didn't like that actor. I don't know.
Which actor?
The husband. I don't know why. I think
he did feel.
I don't know what it was about.
He wasn't. It wasn't. He was bad. It's
no.
It wasn't. right for this movie.
Right. Yeah. I don't think he fit. Like.
Yeah, he didn't fit. It definitely.
There
like,
wasn't a lot of development with his character. Like it was
Yeah,
just
especially.
the wife and her alone with the baby.
And I feel like that's definitely a problem. Maybe. I mean, it was about the wife.
Yeah, but you
mainly,
gotta
and the
have.
baby, but you have to have
Like you got. I didn't really know like what was going through his head.
Yeah.
Like what was he? Does he think he's crazy? I mean, he took her to the church, but like.
And maybe that was even part of
I guess
the reason. Like
right.
it was supposed to be like from her view, and you're supposed to be in her like mindset. But at the same time, you didn't like it. It would have been more scary to see like his view. Like he isn't like, especially since he's not around it a lot.
Right.
It would be more scary, terrifying to him.
One thing I want to talk about. I don't know. I guess it fits in with the review. It doesn't matter. I just want to say, like, do you like in the when you watch these movies, even though there's some of them supposed to be based on true stories, do you like suspend your disbelief and like pretend in this world there is a God and there is our angels? Like when we watch Supernatural, I assume like you do like this is a world where that exists.
Uh-huh.
Like that's kind of I don't know, but like if that happened, I'd be like okay, sure, that's a thing.
What I was thinking, there was a line when the cop that had the case about the neighbors.
Right, and he's like
he was like, "This I can assure you that there aren't gonna be a bunch of cults
right
uprising and taking over the world."
Right.
And I was just that made me think of VHS when there was that one I think it was VHS 2 when they were at that like Japanese place or whatever,
right.
and like that demon or whatever at the end like was gonna take over the world. I feel like they did like that story went into another tape, but I could be wrong with that. But like it just made me think about how what if this is like they create a whole universe where like this was set in like the 60s,
right? Yeah, I think pretty much.
Like what if like they change like not like change history or whatever, but like this is a world where a demon like I don't know not took over the world, but like like made a lot of like headline news. Was like there is there are cults and demons and like this is real.
Right.
This universe.
This stuff is happening to people.
Yeah.
Because
I like to think that, but they never do anything with that. I haven't seen any movies that.
Right.
That'd be really cool to see. Like they don't have to like make like a whole like Marvel phase thing.
Yeah.
But they could at least like bring a universe to make it more full. We talked about before. I'm not sure if I mentioned on the podcast, but like your imagination.
Right.
Is more scary than actually seeing anything.
Yeah. That was like that's what I was saying with like not seeing the doll move. Like I think until the end, like I just thought that was really neat. I don't know.
I don't like. I know what you're saying, but at the same time, I wish we saw like an eye like.
But I don't think
not
the eyes
even
could
like
move.
detectable like move to the side, like the head doesn't have to move or anything. Just like if you have to be looking for it, like the eye just like slowly turn. Or something.
I think that
would have like freaked me out. That would have like given me more creepiness than just like have like the Annabelle doll just like look creepy.
Yeah.
It did. The eyes did get bigger after a while, but like, and I liked how, the sound she made. It was like a clanking bones. I feel like that they did that on purpose to like give like a spooky feel to it. But when she was picking up. Kind of going, not really a spoiler, but when she was picking up the doll and that near the end, when she was bringing it to the priest, like the fact that she was like, this is when she was like terrified, I guess, like when it like really like tried to like do something to her, she was like almost like not even wanting to like pick it up, and then like she like picked it up and like was just like you could feel like her performance was pretty good. Like you could like just feel the terror, especially this is definitely going in spoiler territory right now. When she was going downstairs to the like storage place, she was bringing a thing down to the storage in the elevator of the apartment place. Number one, she leaves the baby alone.
Yeah, I was like, don't.
She goes down there, like probably like I don't know what floor they live on. They live like on.
I think they're on the top.
Like
the
the top
floor of
she goes all the way to the basement with their child in the room.
Yeah, like it's not like a. Like
and you've been seeing things. So
I wouldn't go down the hall without the baby.
Yeah.
Let alone like down all the way. Isn't that like even if there wasn't something, you don't go all the way down to the basement when you live on the 5th floor and leave your baby.
Exactly. Like not. And so she goes down there. And she's like, I loved how like, the baby's cry was terrifying because you could tell that like, there's not going to be anything like human or
Right.
not going to be anything there, and the fact that there's a baby's voice or like cry emanating from nowhere is like terrifying to me. But then like she saw that like you could barely see it. It was like
Yeah.
it was like it looked like it was like charred
Mm-hmm.
like a shadowy kind of like that thing from Hannibal.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And like a necromancer type of looking
Mm-hmm.
thing,
Right.
but it was like really dark, so you could barely see it. So your imagination again,
Yeah.
putting it
You
like
filled in
making
the
it more
gaps.
scary. That was really good. And then the fact when she like ran back inside
Mhm.
the elevator, that was really scary. That was
Right.
like that was one of the best scenes in the movie, where she was trying like she could tell like I could feel her terror. Like I felt like I felt like I was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was there with her, and she was like, the fact that the doors opened and closed so
Right,
many
yeah.
times. I thought there was a point where the demon or whatever was gonna be at the door, but the fact that it wasn't there,
Yeah.
the fact that it kept not being there was scary. And I love this part. This was my favorite part of that whole scene, where she realized
Mm-hmm.
that she had to go to the exit,
Yeah.
and just like and that
Use the stairs.
even like in our own lives today, like if you're downstairs
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, I have to go upstairs and I have to turn off the lights, and like you're a little bit freaked out and you have to like, I'm gonna have to run up the stairs, and you were there in her mindset. She didn't say anything, she didn't even see her
Yeah.
face, but like you could just tell she was like
Exactly.
doing
Yeah.
it. That was going through her head, and the way she like, I don't know, I guess it was the direction, or just her performance, but like it just felt so real. Her like terror running toward the exit, like not knowing like
If this thing's gonna be right
if it's
there.
gonna be right there, and then just getting to the door just felt so real to me. She has the worst neighbors ever, especially that one part in the beginning before this elevator scene when that kid.
Yeah.
What was they never come back to that? That kid, I couldn't tell if he had like was like there was something there.
Was
or
he?
not, but, like,
Was he doing? Was
he
it
was
being
like,
made?
don't
to,
talk to her, and he gave her weird looks. I feel like there were a lot of deleted scenes that could have made this a
Probably.
lot better.
I think it might have been part of like kids see things that others like
Maybe.
adults can't.
Maybe,
anymore.
Yeah. But like then, they also don't like. It probably was Annabelle that did the drawings.
Yeah.
But they don't also really make that clear because it could have been a kid too. Because he was giving her these not like you're a stranger, I don't like you looks, but like there's something off about you. I don't want my sister talking to you.
Right.
And they always allude to like the neighbors up on the roof.
Yeah.
And I liked how they did that because like it was like, oh shit, she can't tell if it's the
Yeah.
ghost
Yeah.
or just her neighbors upstairs, and that was
Right.
really good because then again, it's your imagination. Like you don't know,
Mm-hmm.
you can't tell. Our friend Lindsay, she was sitting next to me, and she was like, she said the neighbors upstairs
Mhm.
were part of the cult.
Right.
And that
could've
if
been-
they actually did something with that,
Yeah.
that would have been really good.
Like they were
that would have
following.
like
They're making following
that would
through.
have made me feel something inside.
Right.
Like they've been up there the whole time.
Like they're
They're her
they're,
like that was that like
Yeah.
just the fact that they're above them
Mhm.
the whole time would just mess with you inside just a little bit.
Okay.
The beginning was okay. I really did not like the fact they didn't show the Warrens.
Yeah, I
beginning.
was disappointed.
You could tell that they were trying not to.
Yeah.
But
It was the
I
same
wonder if
exact
that was
footage.
because I wonder if that was because they didn't want to pay the actors, or like they were trying to like it was
Yeah.
part of a story type of thing where they didn't want to like relate it too much
Yeah,
back
it
to
wasn't
them.
about them. So.
But it opened. I was into it for a while, but then it started dragging on. Like
Yeah.
right before those two people from the cult kill the neighbors, and then it picks up, and then it doesn't really go up. It just like starts, and then it comes back down, and they're just kind of like bored for a while, because then she's just at home.
You know what was really scary? Just sorry to interrupt, but like
That's fine.
when it was on fire and then it pulled her back, like that was scary. Like,
Yeah.
it pulled her into the fire,
That-
and then it just ends right there. I was like,
And then like it just carried on, and there was like it was just a lot of like. I thought I would like the nothingness of it because
Yeah.
it made it more real. Because their conversations felt really real. Like now that I look back on it, it was really boring when he was just like saying like, "Oh, being a medical student and having a baby at the same time."
this is
So-
like a lot of filler and like
Yeah,
the
like,
whole argument.
At
was,
first, I thought that was gonna be good. Like it felt more real, but then it just continued and never stopped. And I was just like, okay, I'm kind of bored, and that took up most of the film. Like there were little moments where things did happen. Stuff happened, but nothing happened. And I guess it was more about like Annabelle's like story, where she came
Yeah.
from, her origin story. But I wish they didn't go with her origin story. I wish they would have been like oh, she's just like, it just happened. Because knowing too much, knowing that like these cult people got into the doll and we're gonna sacrifice a baby, that just takes out the uneasiness of it. If it was just a doll possessed, that's so much scarier.
I guess, but
It-
like, it's doll possessed
I mean,
by a random demon.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, like, you don't know. You don't know what it is. You don't know why it's doing this. Like, yeah, it's trying to take a soul or like kill you or whatever. But like, once it's explained, it's like pulling the curtain back.
I guess. I don't know. I liked it. I like that part of it.
I didn't like it.
I like how like they did the whole Charles Manson thing.
Yeah, I like that. That was really
cool.
cool.
And then it was actually their daughter, the neighbor's daughter.
Yeah.
That was kind of scary. I don't know, like just when you think
That
about it,
one
it's like,
scene
man.
when the neighbors got killed,
Right.
that was really good. And that reminded me of when I told you when I was going on that run and I got an idea for a movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's a normal, like, they're not a normal person, but they're not supernatural.
Right.
They're just crazy. They're no, like, quote, normal,
Yeah.
quote, person.
Like they don't have any real. Like,
Yeah.
They
They're just, like,
they
messed
can't do
up in the
anything that
head.
you can do.
Yeah. And I like that effect. Like, I don't know what it, like, I can't tell if it was the sound or the light or whatever, but like, you saw the guy and then there was blood,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
no, you saw the blood. And
Right.
the way that blood hit the wall was just like, I don't know, they did really well.
Right. Yeah.
And
it was
then-
so quick. And
Yeah,
you couldn't-
and then you saw him.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, just like, bam, bam.
Like, for some reason, I don't know. I didn't know what was going on in this part of it. It was like, what's going on? Did he get up and like then come back and try to kill his wife? And then I realized, oh.
Yeah.
And then I saw the girl. Because I'm thinking his ghost already, right? Or at least that one girl. Like when you see the
Yeah.
girl, and like then there's the guy. I didn't realize there was two people. I was like, oh, she's actually talking to somebody.
And if, like, I wonder if there was, like, it was meant, but there was, like, when she was in the house calling the police,
Right.
after seeing the neighbors killed, you could see, like, the light from the TV, but I'm not sure if that was a light from the TV, but it seemed
Yeah.
like it was, like, trying to, like, you know, give you a hint. Back to that basement thing real quick. When you saw, the demon or whatever, the mask,
Yeah.
it was just, like, so bad, like, the makeup, you could tell it was, like, guy in a mask.
Yeah. I think if they just lit it a little different, I think
Yeah.
it could have worked a little bit better.
They
Like
were-
I liked it when it showed up, but it then just took me out of it when I
Mhm.
saw the. You can tell it was like rubber or whatever. So overall, what do you think of the movie? Like, probably not.
I wouldn't say, like, if you wanted to see it, just wait.
Yeah, if you have nothing else to watch and it's on Netflix, just
Yeah.
or Redbox one night, it's not a bad, like, you won't be disappointed too
You won't be
much.
disappointed, but you also won't be, like, scared.
Right. You'll have fun with it, I think.
But it was also, like, it was long.
Yeah, it did like drag on in some parts, like even yeah. It had good parts. I liked some
had-
scary parts.
It had good parts, but the good parts weren't enough to make up for the
Right,
whole movie.
right, exactly. So just rent it and watch.
Yeah,
the
just
parts.
it's definitely just a rental.
And I don't even think like you need to watch the whole movie.
It might have even been better with, like, just by yourself rather than with the whole audience.
Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed our discussion about Annabelle. I guess we'll repeat our names again. I'm Austin.
I'm Garrett.
Um,
This is Proto Leech. Yeah. Bye.
thanks.